Basketball videos are getting millions of views and make channels like these thousands of dollars per month. This channel, for example, is making roughly $100K a month from uploading simple basketball highlight videos. The crazy thing is that these channels are run by regular basketball fans from all around the world with no prior YouTube experience, and by using nothing but a laptop to do all the work. But there's only a few people who manage to build a profitable faceless channel, and the simple reason for this is that they follow a few super important steps that I'm about to share with you in this video. Let me tell you, you're very lucky to come by this video, because YouTube automation is soon overtaking dropshipping, mark my words. Anyways, the reality is that most people don't know how to start a YouTube channel correctly. They don't know where to find the clips and end up stealing them from other creators, resulting in And to be honest, I can't really blame anyone, since there's literally not a single video on YouTube telling you how to start a channel in the basketball niche, except, well, this one you're gonna be watching. Because in this video, I'll show you everything. The exact strategy all the most successful channels use to create videos, find good clips, and avoid getting their videos copyright striked so that you can achieve similar results. And you can use this strategy not only for basketball, but for every sport out there. Football, hockey, lacrosse, anything. So if you're someone who wants to turn your passion for a sport into a profitable business, is interested in YouTube, and only has a few hours a week outside of school or work, then this video will change your life. So enough of the yapping, let me show you. The first step of creating a video like this is to come up with a viral video idea. Now, something that you need to understand that might not be so obvious is that if you're passionate about something and know a lot about it, then you're most likely sitting on knowledge that you can profit on. If you're like me and have been an NBA fan for your entire life, then you probably know a lot about what teams and players are the most popular. So what I want you to do is to choose topics that you're passionate about yourself, because then you have a competitive advantage in that niche, allowing you to destroy the others and make hella money. And this can be done on different scales. If you know a lot about, let's say the Lakers, then start a channel dedicated to that specific team. Or if you know the ins and outs of the entire NBA, then start a broad channel dedicated to all sorts of matchups. It really all comes down to your own knowledge and how you use it for your own advantage on YouTube. Another way to find video topics is that you go on YouTube and look at your competitors' channels and see what topics that are doing well. And this is actually very good, since you eliminate the margin for error that you expose yourself to when you're picking a random topic yourself. An already viral topic is highly likely to go viral again. So yeah, you can do this by going to a competitor's channel and filtering their videos by popularity. This way, you'll get to see what video ideas perform the best. However, the problem with most of these videos is that you need to find tons of clips from different games, which is possible but still really time-consuming. Except for one type of video, where you only need clips from one or a few games. These videos take less time to make. They don't require hundreds of clips, but they still have the potential to get millions of views and make tens of thousands a month on autopilot. What I'm talking about is game highlight videos. Basically, you take an entire game and trim it down to only the best and most entertaining parts. You can do this on both recent games and memorable games from years ago. And these can be highlights from games throughout an entire season, highlights from a specific player, or even if it's just a really good game that has a lot of great highlights, Another reason why these types of videos are so good is because they require next to no editing, not even music, since most people prefer listening to the commentators.
I don't think he's ever been invited to shoot before.
So if you have zero editing experience, you'll still be able to create these kind of videos. And don't worry, I'll show you the precise steps later on in the video. I got you. Now, if you take a look at all the most popular channels in the niche, almost all of them are posting highlight videos. And since there's been thousands of games, you literally have unlimited video ideas. Which takes us on to the next step, how to find the actual clips of the games. Now, the reason why 99% fail or struggle and only 1% make 10K a month is that they have no idea where to find clips of the games. And honestly, I had no idea how to do this myself too when I was just starting. But after spending countless hours trying to find a way to get access to old games, I actually found the website all of these successful channels are using. It's a website called Basketball Replays. And on the website, you can search for players or teams, and it'll give you a list of games that they've been in. You don't even need to create an account, and you can browse hundreds of games that are almost impossible to find anywhere else, which makes this website an absolute cheat code to succeed in this niche. The only downside is that you can't download the videos to your computer, so you'll have to play the video and record your screen during the moments you want to include in your video. And both Mac and PC have pre-installed features for this, and all you gotta do is press this command on your keyboard. So once you have your clips recorded, we can finally move on to the hardest part, making sure your videos fall under fair use, because otherwise, it's seen as stealing copyrighted footage, which of course ain't okay. What most people do when trying to start a channel like this is that they just get the recordings of the games, put them together, and post it to YouTube, and you can probably guess what happens to them. They end up with a copyright strike on their channel and go back to their corporate job.
No! God, please, no!
So how come these few channels always fall under fair use? It's all because they understand what makes something unique and follow YouTube's rules the correct way. In YouTube's own words, for copyrighted material to be used fairly, it needs to be transformative, and you need to have added value to it. So every time you see a channel using movie clips, songs, or like sports clips, the reason these channels can monetize those videos is because they understand the 3 principles I'm about to share with you right now. And if you apply them to your own videos, you'll have added enough value to them, causing you to never have an issue with copyright strikes ever again. So now I'll quickly show you how to apply each of these principles to your content. And personally, I use CapCut, which I'll leave a link to in the description, but you can apply these principles in pretty much whatever software you want to use. The first thing you can do to visually transform your video and make it unique is to change the scale of the video. Now, often when you watch sports videos like these, you'll notice that the video is slightly zoomed in compared to the original. The reason for this is when you crop the video, you're showing less of the original footage. All you gotta do to apply this is to add a slight zoom in. Now, for example, changing the scale from 100% to 120%. Another reason why so many people fail with channels like these is because they're playing the same clip on the screen for too long. If you pay attention when watching these videos on YouTube, you'll notice that they show each clip for a very short period of time. So what you want to do to make your video unique and transformed is to trim down each clip to anywhere from 3 to 5 seconds. So that way your content is uniquely transformed compared to the original and is more likely to fall under fair use. The next thing you want to do when editing your videos is to change the order of the clips. And what I mean by that is that you need to make a cut every time the camera angle changes and switch the order of the clips. Because that way you're bringing a fresh perspective to the viewer and YouTube will see it as fair use of the clips. So to explain this as, like as simply as possible, there are mainly 3 types of angles used in sport games. The one that's used the most is wide angle, which is the normal shot where you see the entire field. And the next one is the close-up angle, where the camera is zoomed in on a player. And last is a replay. And this is usually the chronological order the clips are shown in the original broadcast. So what you want to do to make YouTube see it as fair use is to switch up the order of them. Because if you were to use it in the same order as it was broadcasted, then you haven't exactly made it unique content for your branded channel. For example, if you just switch up the order of, let's say, the close-up angle and replay, the order won't be the same as the original. However, to do this, you'd need to manually make a cut every time the angle is changed, which would take hours, but I got a little tip for y'all. So CapCut actually has an AI feature that'll automatically make a cut every time the angle is changed for you. Now all you gotta do to use this feature is to right-click on the clip and press Split Scene. And as you can see, it'll then make a cut every time the angle is changing, saving you a ton of time when editing these videos. And you don't even need a CapCut Pro subscription to use this feature. In most cases, all of these changes would be enough to make it fair use, but there's more to it. To make your content even more unique, branded, and to make sure that it's not on the risky side of reused content, you can add text. Here's an example.
See, in 2014, Paul Mills.
And by doing this, you're not only going to change the look of the video, but what you write in the text will also add extra value. There's like a lot of different ways that people are doing this, but the most common ones are first to write a small text with the score line of the game. Another way is to add a text box where you give your own perspective on what's going on in the video and let the viewer know your take on it. And that's, pretty much it. If you do all of this and add enough unique touch to your videos, you'll be able to fall under fair use. Again, please follow these steps carefully. I'm not in any way advocating that you should repost and steal copyrighted content. This video is purely made to help you create unique content that you're passionate about. But anyways, we're not done yet. Now, once you successfully have applied all of these strategies, you're still not guaranteed to get any views. For the viewer to watch your video, they first have to click on it, which takes us on to the next step. It really doesn't matter how good your video is unless you can get people to click and watch it in the first place. And one of the only two ways you can get people to click on it is through your video's thumbnail. Now, what you want to achieve can be pretty much described with one word: curiosity. You want to raise questions in the viewer's mind that they'll only get the answer to if they click on your video. So having a curiosity-grabbing title and thumbnail is the key to a high CTR and a viral video. You don't really need any crazy designing skills to do this, because actually, simpler thumbnails tend to get more views and have a better click-through rate. And just remember, when you're picking a thumbnail style, you want to go with a proven concept. So see what's already working, do the same thing, but add your own touch to it. After doing some research on what thumbnails have had the best results for others in this niche, there's one style that's absolutely dominating the niche. Look at these thumbnails and try to see what they all have in common. They're all in-action thumbnails, and the reason they work so well is because it spikes the viewer's curiosity for what's about to happen in the moments afterwards. The thumbnails signal that something's about to happen, but the only way you're gonna find out what happens is if you click on the video. Now, I don't want to make this video too long, but if you really need a tutorial on how to make these thumbnails as well, just let me know in the comments below and I'll make it. But anyways, now that you know how to create videos from scratch and how to get people to click on them, you need to know how to actually make some money from your views. And there's mainly two ways people earn money on YouTube. And of course, the first one is from ad revenue, which is the money that YouTube's gonna pay you for showing ads in the beginning and throughout your videos. However, there's a huge problem with this. To be able to get paid through ad revenue, your channel needs to be accepted into the YouTube Partner Program, which requires 4,000 hours of watch time and 1,000 subscribers. And for most channels, this is a big hurdle when you're just starting out, since you essentially have to work for free, unless you do this one thing. So a lot of these faceless sport channels acquire YouTube accounts that are already accepted into the partner program, allowing them to make money right from their first upload and not having to worry about whether YouTube's gonna monetize their channel or not. And a while ago, I stumbled across a website that had channels like these that are already monetized. And since then, I've used the accounts for a few channels of my own, and they work really well. The cool thing is that these channels have been grown organically to meet YouTube's requirements, so there's no bots involved like a lot of people online are gonna try to trick you with. This is just a recommendation, and you definitely don't have to buy one. I just want to share whatever knowledge that I have that's worked for me that might help y'all out. So if you want to start a channel and make money right away, the website's called Tick Accounts. Now, they're out of stock pretty often, but I'm sure some of you watching this are going to be lucky enough to visit when they're available. Now, once you have a monetized account, you'll realize the sports niche RPM is pretty low. It's only around $2.50. And this is what YouTube is going to pay you for every 1,000 views that you get. But what you gotta have in mind is that, it's a lot easier to get views on these videos compared to, other niches. Now, this video, for example, got 13 million views, meaning it made around $30,000 on its own. And it'll continue to bring in money for years to come on autopilot. Because once a video goes viral, it's literally digital real estate that'll pay you for years to come. So ad revenue is great, but there's other ways to monetize your channel as well. And the second way is through affiliate marketing, meaning that you promote other companies' products and receive a commission every time someone makes a purchase through your link. I'm sure you've probably heard your favorite influencer tell you to click the link in their bio to check out some product they showed in their video. And yeah, they're making money from doing that. And there's actually a super untapped affiliate marketing tool that you can use that I've never heard anybody talk about here before. There's a new website called Glitchy where you can promote products from huge brands like KFC and Zara that pretty much everyone is familiar with. But what makes this website so good is that the viewer doesn't even have to make a purchase for you to get paid. All they gotta do is answer a few survey questions, and these big brands will pay you for it. Here's how you can use it to monetize your channel. So the first thing you want to do is click the link in the description to this website called glitchy.ai and sign up for an account with your email address. I'll leave a link to it in the description that'll give you a $10 sign-up bonus. To find a product to promote, you want to go to the Offers tab, and here you'll see multiple offers from some of the most famous brands in the world. Since the basketball niche is very broad, almost all viewers will be familiar with all of these brands. Let's take this one from Lululemon as an example. Now this link you see right here is your affiliate link. Now you want to put this in the description of your videos, saying something like,
Get a free $750 gift card on Lululemon here.
And if you click on this link, you'll get to the actual survey that the viewer will respond to. And every time someone does that, you'll get paid $8. This is a really simple way to get some extra money in, and it's also super untapped on YouTube. If you want to learn more immediately, go check out our community, and me and my coaches will be able to help you. You'll find a link to it in the description. It's 100% free. So yeah, go join up and you can message us once you're inside. Now from here, there are two routes you can take. Either use all this information you learned in this video, start your own channel, and take it from there. Or you can apply to work with me, a guy who's successfully grown a channel to 200,000 subscribers one-on-one, and I'll personally guide you and help you start your own faceless channel so that you can start earning a full-time income on YouTube. Because starting a channel from scratch can be a real headache if you have no prior experience, and having someone guide you can speed up your results a lot. I mean, if I had a private mentor when I started out, I would have gotten where I am today much quicker. Now in the program, I'll personally help you implement all the secret sauce I used to grow this channel from 0 to 200,000 subscribers in just over a year. I just opened up the applications again, so if you want to kickstart your YouTube journey with the help of someone who's run multiple successful channels, click the link in the description, send in your application, and I'll get back to you. Anyways, that's it for this video. See ya!